Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. I cannot hear myself here. That's all right. Nothing urgent. It's all right. As long as I'm speaking loud enough. Yeah, testing 1, 2, 3. That level right there? Okay. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being here at Bryant Stadium. We welcome one and all to here. Just so you're aware, folks, there was a slight delay of game due to some apparent inclement weather that may be heading in. We're just going to monitor the situation and we'll let you know how it's going in just a couple of minutes. Thank you for your patience, one and all.
Yeah, inclement weather assessment. The mic's not on, right? If it is, then, well, it is what it is, right?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, just speaking on behalf of the coaches, players, and ownership of your Lakeland Tropics. We have been monitoring the weather. It appears we are absolutely good to go. Just so you know, folks, this is the first season USL Premier Development League season. Sports fans, etc. That's what we're like. Represented in the community of these are the Tropics want to thank you for your support. Soccer here in Polk County. We are just a couple minutes away from kicking off between the visiting villages. Your Lakeland Tropics.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. That's all right. I don't.
The Tropics And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the center of the field, tonight's officials, the Villages Soccer Club, and of course, your Lakeland Tropics.
All right, welcome to Bryant Field and what is going to be a historic evening. We had a first touch scheduled to be at 7:35, but we've had a little delay. We've got some threatening weather that had to be assessed before the refs let us play the game. As you can see, the teams are taking center field, fixing to be introduced. But tonight we're playing the Lakeland Tropics. It's a brand new team. Thanks to the expansion of the PDL. And they'll be taking on the Villages SC, which is their reigning champions of the Southeast Division. This is the home opener for the Lakeland Tropics. They kicked off their PDL history last week by playing Miami FC. The score ended with a 4-0 rout, and both teams tonight are looking for their first win in what is sure to be a great matchup. The announcer introduces the players. I'm not sure if you can hear him too well at home. I know there's several watch parties going on. And so what I'll do is I'll share with you the lineup tonight. Goalkeeper is going to be Tim McGlynn. His grandparents have traveled down all the way from Jacksonville here to Lakeland to watch him play tonight. At sweeper is number 2, Danilo Diaz. Right back, Iago Lopez. Center back, Jackie Kay. Left back, Fernando Argolo. Then we have Wesley Prada in the middle. Also, Aitor de Mello and Roberto de Lima and Daniel Mendez. And then at center forward is Carlos Aruja Jr. and left wing William Hopner. We're at a fairly packed stadium here at Bryant Field. It is a very festive atmosphere. When we rolled in this afternoon around 5 o'clock, the fans were lined up, probably about 100 deep. Lots of tailgating going on in the adjacent parking lot. And the fans have steadily filed in over the last 2.5 hours. Lakeland is certainly excited to have some PDL soccer in their hometown.
Number 10, Victor Perez. Your number 15, Luke Weichels. Number 17, Ramsey Torre.
The Southeast Division has a different look this year. No longer included are the Adrenalines or the Florida FC. And we welcome several new PDL expansion teams to the Southeast Division. We have the Tampa Bay Rowdies U23, the SEMA Aguilers, of course tonight's Lakeland Tropics, and the Weston FC. Great rendition of the national anthem.
Please help us in welcoming today's opening ceremony kick participants, Chris Icanides and Todd Eason.
If you've been following the Southeast Division, you know that PDL kicked off its 2017 season last week. Miami FC currently leads the Southeast Division with a 2-0 record and a 10-point goal differential, followed by the Sema Aguilas at 1-1. And your Villages SC are in a 3-way tie with South Florida Surf and Weston FC. The Lakeland Tropics, who lost 4-0 last Saturday to Miami FC, are bringing up the rear and with a -4-point goal differential. There is a great air of excitement here in Lakeland tonight here at Bryant Stadium. It's a very pleasant evening. It's breezy. I'd say the winds are gusting somewhere around 15-20 miles an hour. And the fans here are ready for the kickoff. They have patiently waited an extra 40 minutes or so for this game to go. And there is the first touch that goes to the new owner, or the owner of the PDL franchise, the Lakeland Tropics. Gentleman that just took that first kick, the co-owner, is Chris Icanides. He has a storied history within the USL, that's the United Soccer League, America's AAA league of the professional soccer landscape. Before his most recent position as a senior strategic advisor, he was the senior director of USL Pro. And here we go. All right, out on the Villages. Looks like a Tropics throw in. Playing on some AstroTurf. Jackie K back to defend. Shields. AR raises his flag. All right, the Tropics set up their set piece. Like they have a slight in-swinger. DeMello to defend. Tropics going a little bit wide, but a great save nonetheless by goalkeeper Tim McGlynn. At this angle, it looked like it was fixing to hit that corner post, but he did the right thing. Get that thing out of there. He swings it wide. Over to Lopez. Up to Gijas, back to Lopez. To Gijas. Paredes. Looking to open this field up. Got the switch over to the center, Jackie K. Over to Argolo. Out on the Tropics for a Villages throw in. Got the drums rolling. And I see some smoke coming in out of the end zone. As I said, it's folks back here in Lakeland are very excited to have PDL soccer in their hometown. It's a great atmosphere. Parade of defense. De Lima to Aruja, back to DeMello, over to Pareda, brings it into space, over to Gihas at wide. Lopez heads it up to Argolo, plays it to the center to DeMello. Tropics keeper, Peter Sliwa, handles the ball and puts it back in play. De Lima to Mendez. DeMello takes a shot, blocked by Tropics. Looks like it's going to be intercepted by Gihas. Hoffner. Back to Mendez, over to De Lima, to DeMello. Argolo picks it up, puts it on top of the 18. Just a tad too high for Carlos Jr. Tropics plays it long and wide. Tropics brings it down into space, switches it wide. Gets by the Villages, who clears it and is deflected off the Tropics for a goal kick. Press box is offering some challenges to our cameraman. Apologize, but he's going to have it set up here soon. Wesley Pareda looks for the open player in Carlos Jr. And cleared by the Tropics defender. Argolo for the throw-in. Cleared by Tropics. In comes Jackie K for the header. De Lima tries to settle. Back to Pareda. Intercepted by Pareda. Out to Gias. Brings it into space. Up to Mendez. He's looking for the cross. Crosses it, but it is defended by the Tropics and put back towards midfield. Pareda to DeMello. Back to Jackie K. Looking to switch the field. Out to Yago Lopez. Roberto De Lima. Looking for Carlos Jr. Looks for DeMello. Back to Jackie to De Lima, who's looking for the overlapping runner. Well defended by the Tropics. We bring it back into space. Back to Lopez, who just clears it out wide. Waits for the recruits to come back and join him. Tropics puts it into play. Just a lot of bodies in that box. Everybody's trying to block that ball. Argolo takes one from the chest. Tropics throw in. Puts it on top of the 6. Jihas shielding. And the cover, or the additional pressure coming in from Mendez, number 11. Just for the throw in to Hoffner. Takes it out wide, runs past Tropics player. The last defender is forced to lay in front of that ball to stop the attack. Hoffner turns, puts it on top of the 6, in which the keeper just gets a hand on it. Well, if you're just joining us, we're about 8.5 minutes into the first period here at Bryant Stadium here in beautiful downtown Lakeland, where the reigning Southeastern champs, the Villages SC, are taking on the new PDL franchise, the Lakeland Tropics. Quickly intercepted by Mendez, who saw that one coming a mile away. And it is deflected by the Tropics player, setting up a nice corner for the Villages SC. DeMello looks like he's going to be the one to take the corner. Box is loaded with the Buffalo, fixing to attack and incoming. Beautifully headed back towards the net by Carlos Jr., but right into the awaiting hands of Sliwa. Back to DeLima. Takes it into space to Carlos Jr. Backs it up a little bit. Moves it forward to Hoffner, who handles it. Calling for the foul, but referee says play on. The Tropics quickly move it out of the box and offer a counterattack. Tropics play it out wide. Victor Rojas for the Tropics. Plays it back to Lucas Teixeira. Argolo goes to clear it. It's deflected a little bit off the Tropics player. Carlos Jr. just handles that ball right away from the Tropics player. Tropics are calling for the foul. Well-placed ball by Carlos Jr. is almost right there in step. Sliwa quickly absorbs that ball and protects it. Well defended by Jackie K. Heads it out of bounds for a Tropics throw-in. I'd like to say hello to all of our Buffalo out there in the herd. The various watch parties that are going on. The villagesSC.com website. Tropics brings it up the sideline in between a couple defenders, but quickly is shut down by Jackie K. Tropics puts it up there near the top of the 6, but fortunately there wasn't anybody waiting but our great goalkeeper, Tim McGlynn. Over to Wesley Pareda. You've got Argolo on the line. Says, hey, give it to me. Look at me. DeMello shoots it up wide to Daniel Mendez. Pareda settles that ball. Over to Gios. Back to DeLima. Puts it right on the 6. That was a great try by Hoffner. Carlos Arujo goes back out to the corner to pick it up. And DeMello offers a chance on his left boot. It goes a little high and wide.
To start today on local news, or subscribe and visit the legend.com. And don't forget about Wards Air Conditioning. Wards Air Conditioning, the craftsman, has been served in Port County since 1961. Call Wards Air Conditioning at 646-0020 for all your air conditioning needs. Go Chum!
Sliva plays it up towards the midfield stripe. And now it's a bicycle kick back towards the attacking third. Tropics player takes a nice strike right to the center of the box. They're awaiting Tim McGlynn, who quickly absorbed that ball with little problem. Puts it on the ground, puts it in play, out to Iago Lopez. Back to McGlynn, to Jackie K, to Argolo. He plays it up the sideline. We're waiting Carlos Jr. Back to Argolo. Quickly removes it around the Tropics player. Awaiting Hoffner, who takes it up to center space and is quickly cleared by the Tropics player. Looks like a throw-in. A little challenging to see from this vantage point in the press box. DeLima takes a swing at it. Carlos Jr. going after the ball. It looks like it is cleared by Tropics player. Set up a throw-in. It is quickly handled by goalkeeper Peter Sliwa, who boots it up towards midfield. Argolo is right there to bring that ball down. Hoffner is running into space towards the center. Off to Lopez, who takes a great strike by Hoffner, but it just goes to the right of the box. Great opportunity, great strike by William Hoffner. Set up a goal kick. Strikes it low. Headed back into the danger area by Pareda. Tropics quickly take possession of the ball and take it wide. A little give and go. They are close. Well defended by Lopez and Gios. Up to DeMello, who sees Carlos Jr. right there on the touch line. And that one got away from him, so setting up a Tropics throw-in. To Victor Rojas now, who has it, looking for the open Tropics player. Tropics earns a foul on Argolo inadvertent. Referee says, hey, wait on the whistle. Seems to be a talks to Argolo. Twice now, the ball is put into play without the whistle. And now the whistle. And now the ball is in play. Third time is the charm. Tropics player quickly puts it right at the feet of an awaiting Tropics player who strikes it not terribly hard, but fortunately right to the center, right to the awaiting goalkeeper, Tim McGlynn, who was well positioned in that box to receive that ball. It was a very dangerous opportunity. Again, Tropics earns the foul. I think perhaps from Lopez, who may have come in a little hot.
Your family would like to also say their proud accomplishments on board the USS Somerset. For all those who protect our country on a daily basis, we say thank you for your service.
So we await the Tropics player, kick the ball into the, not on the Tropics player, just on the outside, deflected off of Argolo, sets up a corner, which from this angle looks like it's going to be an in-swinger. So the Buffalo load the box, anxiously waiting to defend. Corner is struck short. And they strike it wide. So setting up a goal kick for Tim McGlynn.
Visit LakelandTropics.com/camps.
Lopez to Gios, to Pereira. To DeMello. Tonight's subs are Seth Perez, Erickson Alves, Gabriel Torres, Rafael Meadow, and Chris Wilkinson. Argolo fields the ball near the touchline to Carlos Jr. and then back to De Lima. And then to the captain, Wesley Pereira. Out to William Hoffner, who spots an overlapping runner. And Gijas is defended by the Tropics player. It sets up a corner kick for the Villages. DeMello is heading out to the corner to take that kick in what is sure to be an in-swinger. If you've been following the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, the Premier Development League team has topped a professional club in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup for the 6th consecutive year. Puts it in on top of the 6, but it is cleared by the Tropics. Up to a waiting midfielder. It is well defended by Lopez, who stops that run. Pereira looks like he gets the push from the back and draws the foul. The Reading United AC, the Chicago FC United, and the Michigan Bucks all earned victories in the second round of the 2017 tournament last Wednesday. Reading United, which is competing in the U.S. Open Cup for the 9th straight year, defeated the New York Cosmos 3-2. The Bucks, 3-time PDL champions, edged out the Indy 11 1-0. Buffalo put it back in play. Gijas out wide. Going for the cross, and just a little too tall for Carlos Jr. Goes out wide and sets up a goal kick for Sliwa. The Chicago FC United beat the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 3-1. Paul Marie, Marco Macielento, Francis Perot scored the goals for the Reading United, while Hugo Delamone, who earned the PDL Team of the Week honors last Wednesday, showed off his skill set once again. The win marks the third time the Reading United has reached the third round of the competition since 2013. The Mid-Atlantic Division franchise will host the United Soccer League club, the Harrisburg City Islanders, in the third round on May 31st. Sliwa puts it back into play. The defender gives it back to him. DeLima goes to kick the ball, but it is deflected by the Tropics player, setting up a throw-in for the Buffalo. Ref says bring it back. What I thought was a sure push from behind. The referee says play on. What do I know? So the Tropics players have the ball. They bring it up from the pitch line. Well defended by DeMello, who shuts down that attack. Setting up a Tropics throw-in. Daniel Gias clears the ball away. Tropics receive it just beyond midfield. Now, taking the ball down. Appears to go, will go wide. Setting up a Buffalo throw-in. Mendez heads it back. Gias defends. Out once again by the Tropics, setting up the Villages SC throw-in. Lopez decides to switch the field. Parade looking in the middle to DeMello. Boots it back to Lopez, to Daniel Mendez. Looks for the waiting Hoffner, who flicks it over to Gijas on the sideline, who brings it across. Defended by the Tropics. DeMello decides to pressure. Tropics wisely gets rid of that ball. Tropics are on the attack, on the move again. And once again, Dago Lopez shuts it down. In the danger area, that is for certain. Buffalo making the move to clear that ball out of there. It looked like Dago Lopez took a boot to the face on that tackle. And the way he's holding his face, I would think that's true, and he might need some attention. He is going to sit down, stop the play. Buffalo clear the ball wide so we can stop play, so Lopez can get evaluated by the medical team. Back to the PDL leagues that are still in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup Challenge. The Bucks, who are the only amateur team to defeat two Major League Soccer clubs in U.S. Open Cup history, advanced thanks to a strong showing in goal by Drew Shepard and a good finish by Francis Antoine, who also earned a PDL Team of the Week honors last Wednesday. In the first half, the Bucks will host the USL's St. Louis FC in the third round on May 31st. University of Wisconsin Madison talents Mark Seaburgers and Thomas Barlow each scored a goal for the Chicago FC United, while Ryan Sierkowski netted a late goal to secure advancement into the next round. Chicago FC United will play the Christos FC in the third round of the tournament, again on May 31st. All third-round matches of the 2017 U.S. Open Cup are scheduled to kick off on, you got it, May 31st, while MLS teams will enter the competition in the fourth round of the tournament from June 13th through the 14th. The ball is put back in play. Played out to Mendez, back to Pereira. Looks for Hoppner. He runs into space, is waiting for Argolo right next to the pitch line, and it is defended by the Tropics player, setting up a throw-in for the Villages. Argolo set to throw in to Carlos Jr., who heads it back to the center, waiting DeMello. It's tripped up a little bit and looks like it's setting up what is to be a Villages corner. Again, this vantage point's a little difficult. Oh, I'm a correction. It is going to be a throw-in. Argolo throws it in right to the center of the box. It takes an errant bounce over the head of Carlos Jr. Tropics repossess the ball. Decide to take it out wide. Tropics are on the attack, well defended by Jackie K. Putting a boot out there, stop that run. Tropics back up, decide to take it out wide. Well defended by Argolo. Setting up a Villages throw-in. We're 31 minutes into the first period. If you're just joining us, the Villages SC and the Lakeland Tropics are all tied at 0-0. Down here at Bryant Stadium in Lakeland. DeMello goes to clear. The Tropics player annoyingly gets in the way. Tropics look to place it in the center. Quickly cleared out by our captain, Wesley Barreda.
Fans, be sure to stick around for the autograph session. Tonight's game on the field. So begin signing autographs approximately 5.
The Lakeland Tropics are a brand new team. This is their home opener tonight. This is the second game in PDL history. As their history started last week when they took on the Miami FC in Miami. Fans are still flowing in. Stadium is getting more folks in there. I would estimate the attendance tonight to be somewhere around 1,500 to 2,000. A great atmosphere here in Lakeland. A great strike right into the far post inside net. By Tropics player, looks like Joanne Laidley, who is getting his boots polished by his teammates. Joanne Laidley just made the first PDL goal ever for the Lakeland Tropics. That one will go down in the history books. Shot from roughly the 25-yard line. Definitely a hard strike right to the back of the neck. Buffalo look to regroup and to go find that equalizer. Over to Roberto De Lima. Just a little long for that one. Tropics player picks it up. Decides to play it out wide. De Lima pushed from behind. Quick reset by the Buffalo. Puts it back in play. Argolo to the center. Wesley Pareda looks around. Knows he's got some space. Over to Carlos Jr. Well defended by Gios. Almost intercepted by Hopner. Tropics again, once again, are on the attack with a nice inside run. And that one gets by Tim McGlynn. Would appear, I don't see any flags on the sideline. And so the Lakeland Tropics quickly go up 2-0 over the Villages FC. Quite sure who struck that ball, but as soon as he turns around, I'll let you know that was number 10. Which is Freddie Mugin. Number 10, he's a forward. Freddie Mugin scored that second goal for the Lakeland Tropics. The Tropics quickly repossess that ball. Quickly switch the field. Hoffner trying to intercept. At least breaks up the play, setting up a Tropics throw in. Buffalo look to defend. Argolo decides just to clear it wide. The Lakeland Tropics, although an expansion team, we have an overlapping runner in William Hoffner who's taking that ball into space, who shoots it, but it is deflected right off the keeper, Sliwa. It was by far our best opportunity. The keeper was very good position to receive that ball at the near post. Hoffner receives it. Out to De Lima. Tropics repossess. Victor Rojas says, "I'm open, give it to me." Places it right at the feet of another player who decides to kick it wide, long, again back to Victor Rojas. Play broken up by DeMello, back to Argolo, to De Lima, to Hoffner, who's looking for space to run. Places it right next to the Tropics player runs right by him. They're just a little too long. And the keeper sweeps it up. Keeper goes for a kick. It went errant into the stands. Not sure what happened there, but the keeper is on the ground. That is Peter Sliwa. He went to kick the ball up towards midfield, and it ended up going right into the stands, and then he went to the ground. Well, we're playing the Lakeland Tropics tonight. On Wednesday, the 24th, the Villages SC is going to be heading down to Bradenton to play the IMG Academy. And then on the 3rd of June, headed down to Weston, which is down there, I believe, in Broward County. And then followed by the Rowdies, which is in Tampa, the Rowdies U23 on June 7th. The Villages SC will finally play their first home game at the Polo Fields, back at the range, and that will be on June 10th at 6 p.m. as they play IMG Academy. I know I can speak for myself and hopefully for a few others that as part of the herd, we are anxiously awaiting for our Buffalo to head back to the range so we can enjoy a great game right there in our backyard at the Polo Fields there off of Buena Vista Boulevard in the Villages. The keeper is up, talking to the medical staff. Not quite sure if it was a collision down there, but I thought that I saw him going to strike the ball to put it back in play, and all of a sudden it went errant and he went down. But I'm glad to see that he's back up and game is going to resume. We're almost 40 minutes into the second half. I'm sorry, to the first half. Goodness gracious. I'm looking at the scoreboard. I saw the 2, but that 2 belongs to the Lakeland Tropics, who are currently on top of the Villages SC at 2-0. Villages throw in. Now a Tropics throw in. Laidley plays it out wide, intercepted by the Buffalo. Hoffner again. Goes to strike, defended, deflected by a Tropics player, and then right into the lucky hands of Sliwa. That's 3 times he has absorbed that incoming ball. Villages just need to keep striking towards the net. One of them will end up going in undoubtedly. Argolo to Pareda, plays it back to DeMello. Looks to settle it. Looks for the long play to Mendez. Cleared by Laley. Tropics apparently earned the foul on that play. Play it out wide to Rojas. Gihas is running it down. Throws it in to De Lima. De Lima back to Pareda. Plays it out wide to Argolo. He drops it back to Pareda. to Gabriel Torres, who's made his entrance into the game. I believe he may have come in for Jackie K. DeMello to Argolo. Back to DeMello, who looks upfield, settles the ball, plays it long. Great shot for Carlos Jr., who hits the cross post, and it bounces, a great bounce, into the back of the net. That is the first of goal for the Villages FC by Carlos Jr., number 5, our forward. Well, we're halfway there to getting our equalizer. But it all starts with the first goal. Roughly 44 minutes into the first period, the Villages just scored off a nice strike by Carlos Jr., who hit just enough of the cross post to put it in the back of the net. And a great attack by the Tropics, who put it right into the center. We're waiting Tim McGlynn. He had a little difficulty in absorbing that ball, and a Tropics player quickly found a loose ball and placed it in the back of the net. I always say that the next 60 seconds following a goal is the most dangerous time, and it would appear to ring true tonight. We are near the ending of the first period, and the Tropics are on top of the Villages 3-1 right now. Let's hope that dangerous 60 seconds works in our favor as well. Paraded to Gios. To De Lima, runs it into space towards the center. It was hard tackled by the Tropics player, setting up a set piece maybe right around the 25-yard line. The Tropics player has shown the yellow. Puts it on top of the 6 for Carlos Jr. Places it out wide to Hoffner, who tries to cross it in after receiving the ball from De Lima. Looks like a Villages throw-in. Villages are looking to score their second goal right here. And there it is. The 60-second rule applies to the Villages SC as well, setting up Carlos Jr.'s second ball. If you think the Buffalo have given up, you're sadly mistaken. That is a great way to finish what should be near the end of the first period. We're a little bit over the 45th minute. The clock has stopped, so it appears that we are in stoppage time.
The Villagers second goal was scored by their number 9, Carlos Arroyo.
Laidley kicks it up wide. DeMello heads it back towards the center for De Lima. He drops it at his feet. He ends up on the ground. Ball still in play. Gabriel Torres to Wesley Pereira. Who boots it out so his teammate can get some attention. Roberto De Lima is the injured player. It's our left mid. If you're just joining us, we're just fixing to wrap up the first period here. We are in stoppage time. The Villages SC are currently sitting at 2, and the Lakeland Tropics are at 3. We should have just a minute or two of stoppage time before the break. De Lima comes off, but under his own power. Certainly the Villages opt not to use one of their subs to replace him, given we just have a minute or two. Make that a second or two left in the game. There you are, folks. That is the first half of the Lakeland Tropics Villages SC soccer game here in beautiful Lakeland, Florida. We'll be joining you at the beginning of the second half here shortly in about 15 minutes.
963-646-4213. Visit South Curry Lakeland.
Eu comigo eles são reservas do meio da posição. O problema é essa coisa internacional. É uma irmandade, mas agora eu, você, Gucci, Pedro, Doni aqui, todo mundo bom. Mas o foda, não dá nem pra falar, depois da regra não ferrava comigo. Olha, forte pra regra.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are the proud owner of a white Dodge Charger that's parked in the A parking lot, you have left your exit.
Isso é bom pro time também, cara. Porque quando sai alguém que olha só, entra outro, quando isso é bom porque a gente não tem problema nisso. Segura pra 4 vezes pro time. Tá no meio pra frente, atrás, a opção tem que ter o dentro. Vamos lá, sei lá. O verdade apareceu pra ele, pô. A única bosta, dá pra lembrança dentro do
All right, we are back just a few seconds away from kicking off the second half here in Lakeland at Bryant Stadium as the Villages SC, the reigning Southeast champions, take on the new PDL expansion team, the Lakeland Tropics. The first half certainly proved to be quite exciting with 5 goals scored in a little over 45 minutes. Unfortunately, the result of that first half put the Tropics at 3 and the Villages at 2. This is the home opener for the franchise PDL expansion team. The atmosphere, I would say, is electric. The stadium is probably seating roughly 1,500 to perhaps 2,000 fans, although a good portion of those drove from Jacksonville, as goalkeeper Tim McGlynn's grandparents did. We have plenty of Buffalo fans that have made the hour-and-a-half drive down to Lakeland to watch their Buffalo play the Lakeland Tropics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your second half of this job.
Pereira has the ball, looks up to Daniel Mendez, who takes a shove in the back, but apparently the referee says play on. Lopez swings it over to DeMello. It looks to Argolo, gives it right back. DeMello's looking to Argolo, is a little wide. Maintains possession of that ball. And is knocked off of it, and clearly the captain is offsides as the AR raises his flag. Pereira to Lopez to De Lima. He took a knock in the latter portion of the first half, but seems to have brushed it off. Argolo plays it to the center, awaiting Carlos Jr. Now Mendez, a little give and go from Carlos Jr. But Tropics quickly repossess the ball. And they cross over midfield. Awaiting Tropics player, and the ball is partially cleared by Algo Lopez. He heads the ball away. Right to a Tropics player who makes an attempt at the box, but shoots it wide.
Please accept our thanks to each and every one of you for your support and for our Tropics soccer.
Pereira over to De Lima, who looks to Hoffner. Attempts to take it right through the center. He was fortunate enough to draw the foul right there almost at the 18-yard box. He quickly tried to reset. The goalkeeper was waiting on that one and just got a glove on it. The captain, Wesley Pereira, is down on the ground near the bench, sideline. Medical is called over. Next week, the Villages SC will be taking on the IMG Academy Bradenton in Bradenton at 6 p.m., followed by the Weston FC on Saturday, June 3rd at the Broward College South Campus. The Villages SC's first home game is Saturday, June 10th against the IMG Academy Bradenton. That game is scheduled for a 6 o'clock kickoff. Beretta up underneath his own accord. Just trying to shake it off a little bit. Just forced to come out. by the ref until the next dead ball. Sure will be nice to have the Buffalo back at the range as the Herd is set to welcome back its team. It's been a long time. It's been a long off season. Throw in by the Tropics, picked up by Gabriel Torres, over to Hoffner. DeLima takes it into Hoffner, who is right there to shoot it in off the right boot, but it goes a little wide left of the box on that. It was a great opportunity. Setting up a Tropics goal kick. Sliwa to put the ball in play. Puts it up next to the pitch line, quickly intercepted by the Buffalo. Torres trying to maintain possession of that ball, gets dragged down to the carpet. DeLima's coming in. The ball is quickly fielded by Sliwa, who sends his team long and wide. Pereira heads it back towards center field. Over to Mendez. And out to Gios. Mendez is looking for Carlos Jr., who is depossessed and then repossesses the ball. Takes it out to Gios wide, who makes the cross. Box is guarded by a Tropics player. Puts it back wide. Referee says, the AR says out of bounds. Sets up a Buffalo throw in. DeLima plays it through a couple defenders. Back to Arujo. Tries to set up the incoming DeLima. Tropics again, once again on the attack. Ball well tackled by Lopez to Gios, to Pereira. Back to DeMella to settle it down. Torres takes it out wide to Argolo, to Hoffner. He's bringing it in to the center to Carlos Jr. And once again, the Tropics repossess the ball. Fourth referee calls for the foul on Daniel Gios. Referee trying to settle him down. Much to the displeasure of the Lakeland Tropics fans. Lakeland tries to take it in out wide, but they are depossessed by Pereira, and the ball is cleared by Buffalo. Well cleared. I think that one may have went over the stadium. Tropics put it back into play to Laidley, who puts it in the center, almost intercepted by Hoffner. Quickly intercepted on that one by DeLima, who read that one a mile long. DeMello did well to shield that ball from coming in on a cross, setting up the Tropics corner. The Villages Soccer Club is a premier development league located in the Villages, Florida. The team was founded by Dr. Main Hussein and Anderson De Silva. Back in 2008, beginning as a youth club, providing competitive and recreational soccer for youth players in the community. Tropics puts it into play, and it goes a little long and wide. The Villages FC has steadily grown programs, and in 2015 held their first annual tournament, the Villages Cup, during a 3-day Labor Day holiday. De Lima fields the ball, trying to maintain possession. Pareda moves through the space to Hoffner. He's quickly depossessed. Back out to the Tropics. They'll look to take it long and wide. Just long enough to go beyond the end line. Setting up a Tim McGlynn goal kick. De Lima sees Hoffner out wide, plays it to him, who quickly scoots around. Attempted to, a Tropics player. I thought he had to move there. The Tropics defender knocked him off the ball, took possession of it, laid the ball out wide. The Tropics are looking to play it from left to right. Back out wide to the left. And a strike, but fortunately goes wide and to the right of the box, setting up a Tim McGlynn goal kick, who puts it at the feet of Lopez. And the Villages are on the move again. To Mendez, to Carlos Jr., defended well by Laidley. Tropics once again takes possession as Gabriel Torres applies the pressure. Throw in by the Tropics. We have a 2-on-1. And DeMello smartly plays it across the line, setting up a Tropics throw in. Tropics looks to play it wide. Now left of the 18-yard box. Intercepted by Torres to De Lima. Moves the ball towards space. A little give and go from Carlos Jr. to Torres. Correction. He sets up a Buffalo set piece right around the 33-yard line. Tropics player once again is shown the yellow by the referee. The captain tries his best at defending his teammate, but the referee says move away, move on. Roberto De Lima takes the position for the set piece. There's a Buffalo sit on top of the 18. Struck low and headed away by the Tropics.
Intercepted quickly by Tropics, who are making their attack. Right at the corner of the 18. A beautiful strike. What appears to be into the far post inside net. Setting up the 4th goal for the Lakeland Tropics. That was Victor Rojas, who scored a 4th goal. It was a great strike just outside at the corner of the 18. So Buffalo look to regroup. This has been a high-scoring game. We've got 6 goals underneath our belt in as little as 60 minutes. Unfortunately, 4 of those 6 are underneath the belt of the Tropics. Throw in from Gios. Daniel Torres. It's tripped up, but referee plays the advantage. Lima plays it up long. It is quickly intercepted and headed back towards the Tropics keeper. Both teams tonight are looking for their first win of the 2017 PDL season. That ball deflected and placed in the stands right below the press box. Season tickets are available for your Villages SC. There is the $69 Gold Pass Plus. It's a season pass with reserved seating at the top level of the Polo Club Pavilion. And there is the Gold Pass $49 season pass. It's essentially open seating at the first level of the polo field. And then there is the $30 family 4-pack of 4 flex tickets to be used at any home game of the Villages SC. And there is the $8 single flex ticket to be used as well at any home game. Village is on the attack, just on the left side of Carlos Jr. And it is cleared by the Tropics. You can find out more information about the season tickets by visiting the Villages website at www.thevillagessc.com, where you can purchase your tickets right online. We also encourage you to visit the Villages SC's Facebook. And that is www.facebook.com/thevillagesSC/. Take a look at that, like our page, and then that way you can keep informed of all of the activities of the Villages SC during the 2017 PDL season, as it is just underway. Tropics keeper puts it back in play. As Aristodemo is depossessed by De Lima. Off the foot of Lopez. Almost picked up by Hoffner. Tropics attacker is in pursuit and is quickly stopped by Gabriel Torres, who is going to draw the yellow. That was a team foul because that play was quickly developing in the advantage of the Tropics. Torres shut that momentum right down, but paid the price of a yellow card. Out on the Tropics, sets up the Buffalo throw-in to Mendez, to Torres, to De Lima, to Hoffner, to Arujo, right to the feet of Carlos Jr., and to the feet of William Hoffner, who goes in and quickly flicks it back to Mendez, who strikes the ball and puts it right into the back of the net. A well-played heel flick off of William Hoffner right to the awaiting feet of Daniel Mendez, who put it right in the box. Well played by the Villages SC. That brings our score up to 4-3, 7 goals now here in as little as 65 minutes. Buffalo remain on the move here in Lakeland at the home opener of the Lakeland Tropics. Tropics play it long and wide. The AR says out of bounds, sets up the Buffalo throw-in. Referee calls for time. And a replacement ball to the field. Lopez to Mendez. To Gios. To Lopez. To Torres, to the feet of De Lima and Arujo, who sets up William Hoffner again, coming in quickly from the side, and is quickly placed out of bounds by the Tropics player, setting up a Buffalo corner. And the ball was well placed right at the feet of Daniel Mendez, who loses his footing on that very slick AstroTurf. Very close to the equalizer there. Buffalo again are on the move. Argolo plays it to the center, to the feet of Carlos Jr. Back to DeMello, to Argolo, to Carlos Jr., to Argolo, almost to the feet of William Hoffner, perhaps a half a step away. Buffalo still on the move. Gabriel Torres takes the ball back to DeMello, brings it into space. Torres out to Hoffner, brings it into space. He takes a strike towards the box. Low, skipping across the AstroTurf right into the hands of Sliwa. He places the ball right around the midfield stripe. Villages clear the ball. Making great effort to get it out of that Tropics attacking half there. Tropics flicks it over to an overlapping runner who crosses it in. But fortunately, Tropics player was not in the right position to receive that ball, but he does have possession of it inside the 18 and is working against Argolo to move it in. Ball is deflected out, setting up the corner kick for the Lakeland Tropics.
0020 for all your air conditioning needs. Go Tropics!
We are roughly 25 minutes into the second half. Corner kick into the box. Bicycle kick. Made the highlight reel, but fortunately not the scoreboard. The ball goes out right of the box. McGlynn quickly sets it down, puts it in play. Village is wasting no time getting on the move. DeLima moves it just past midfield to Carlos Jr., out to William Hoffner. Torres. Tropics repossess the ball back in their corner of the field. Place it out wide, setting up the Village's throw in. Pareda looks around to William Hoffner, who switches field long and wide to Gihas, who is knocked off the ball by Tropics. We quickly repossess the ball and move it down from a left to right quickly. Wesley Pareda trying to interrupt that play. Lopez comes in and shuts that right down with a nice tackle. Tropics plays it wide right to a well-placed Tropics player. The flag stays down on the AR side. Ball is headed back to McGlynn by Pareda, who settles it down a little bit, redistributes the ball out to Gias. Pareda came in, open up the play. Lima towards the center, running right across the midfield stripe. Loses possession. Tropics punts it back to DeLima, who is there set to move that ball back in the direction that the Buffalo would prefer that it's going in, which is toward their goal. And we just had a wonderful opportunity as they sort of a fumble by the keeper, setting up what was an opportunity for Carlos Jr., and I believe that ball went a little wide to the right. Unlucky, unlucky. As you hear the clapping, that is Fredji Mujin from the Lakeland Tropics coming in. As well as Robbie Aristodemo. Sliwa puts it in play, headed right back by Wesley Pareda to Carlos Jr. He plays it a little wide to Mendez, to Torres, to Carlos Jr. He flicks it over to DeLima. Setting up a Village's throw-in. Gihas for the throw-in. Oh, I see Mendez coming off and Erickson Alves coming on. Mendez, of course, scored a goal earlier in this half. Erickson Alves is his replacement. Mendez tried to draw the foul there, but the referee says play on. Alves with the ball at his feet. Off on Tropics, setting up a great corner opportunity, which DeMello comes in. The Villages SC will be hosting a summer camp June 26th through the 28th. It's going to be hosted by the PDL coaches and the Villages SC players. The cost is $120 for those 3 days. Includes snack, t-shirt, and training. DeMello puts it in near the 6. It is recycled back out and placed back in towards the 6. We're awaiting Pereira and De Lima, who chips it out wide to Argolo. Sets up another corner. Outswinger. Right near the top of the 6. Great position to be headed right into the net. So far, the Tropics players have shielded the ball away from the Villages SC and cleared it out of the box, setting up a Villages throw-in. Gios to Paredes, looks around, drops it back to Lopez, who looks to go wide with it. Over to Argolo, settles the ball, places it up towards the corner, but a little bit too much on that ball, and it goes out long and wide. Setting up Tropics throw in on the far side. Argolo defends, heads it back into play. De Lima over to Jihaz. Jihaz saw that one coming in and quickly went after it. Did not allow that Tropics player to form an attack. If you're just joining us, we're 76 minutes into the second PDL game of the Villages SC's season here at the home opener of the new expansion team, the Lakeland Tropics. It's been a scoring bonanza in the last 77 minutes. Score is 4-3. Currently, the Tropics are sitting on top and are ready for the throw-in. Wesley Pereira heads the ball over to De Lima. The Buffalo are quickly depossessed of the ball, and the Tropics, so once again, are on the attack. The AR keeps his flag down, and the flag now goes up. Must be out of bounds. Villages bring the ball back into play, moving from right to left over to De Lima, over to DeMello, sorry, to Argolo, now to De Lima. Over to a overlapping runner in William Hopfner, who brings it back across the center. The ball is quickly taken out of the box by Tropics. But Pereira puts it back in, right at the to a Tropics player who deflected it over to Erickson Alves. The Villages draw the foul on the Tropics. A little give and go there. Well shielded by Laidley. Hoffner's coming back in for the cross. Carlos Jr. tries to play it right to an awaiting Erickson Alves. It is quickly cleared by the Tropics, setting up a Buffalo throw in on the near side, near the corner post. Erickson Alves making an attempt, a great attempt at putting that ball near the top of the 6, but it is quickly cleared out by the Tropics, setting up the Village's throw in. Wesley Pereira brings the ball back towards midfield. To Hoffner, to Argolo, to De Lima, who's going to try to take it in, setting up what would appear to be a corner kick for the Buffalo, as the ball was well defended by the Tropics. Corner kick played right to the feet of DeMello, who strikes it, and it goes above the crossbar, setting up a Tropics goal kick. Sliwa boots it a little bit past midfield. Tropics lose possession of it. Buffalo play it back. DeMello plays it out wide and right to Lopez. Placed it in the center, which quickly came back. Cleared away by Lopez, out to DeMello, now out to Argolo, to the feet of Carlos Jr., who sees the overlapping running Erickson Alves. Defended well by Tropics. And once again, booted up north by the Tropics. Brought back by Lopez. To Pereira. To Hoffner. To Carlos Jr. Shielded by Lopez. Tropics player out wide. Drops it back. Switches the field. A great ball there to the waiting Tropics player who looks to move it and takes a strike. Unfortunately, it goes a little wide of the net. Buffalo are back on the move, headed to the south end zone, moving left to right. De Lima plays it right to the feet of Daniel Gias, to Erickson Alves, who 1-2s it back to Gias. Shielded by Tropics, sets up the Buffalo throw in. Alves pushes it off back to Gias, back to Pereira, back to Erickson, and then back to Pereira, then to DeMello, and then out wide to Argolo, to Hopfner. Does his best to bring it across the box, shielded by the Tropics, setting up a corner.
To claim your ID, it has been found, and it will be at the merchant sales desk. While you're there, please make sure you pick up all your great Tropics gear.
Ball was brought back quickly by the Tropics, but played by Tim McGlynn. Hoffner tries to play it long and setting it up right around the 9-yard area, just a little over Carlos Jr. Tropics play it out wide. Erickson applies the pressure. Buffalo repossess the ball. Play it to Hoffner, who goes to Torres. Gives it right back to Hoffner. Who sees an open DeLima. He's making a run towards the center. And DeLima draws the foul. Setting up a set piece. Right next to the, it is right above the 18-yard box. DeLima's assisted by DeMello in getting to his feet. That is DeLima coming to the sidelines. And he is subbed out to, I wished I knew. I don't see him on my sheet. Number 19, I'll take a look for him. Either DeMello or Pereira taking the set piece. DeMello strikes it low and into the hands of Sliwa, who easily brings that ball up. Pereira over to Alves, back to Gios, to Pereira. We're 88 minutes into the game here. Just a handful of minutes left in the second half. As the Lakeland Tropics remain on top of the Villages SC at 4-3. Sure, the Villages look to deliver an equalizer here within the next couple of minutes. Of course, each team is looking for their first win in the 2017 PDL season. Through the feet of Carlos Jr. A little heel flick back to an attacking Tropics player, but Gabriel Torres quickly shields the player from advancing, and Lakeland reconsiders and drops back. Pereira plays it back to McGlynn. Quickly distributes it out to Gios, to Erickson Alves. Buffalo is quickly trying to make an attempt to get that ball past midfield, and now they are in the attacking half. They play the ball. Lima is tackled from behind. Tropics player draws the yellow. Another setting up what is another set piece. That's the second knock that De Lima has taken this game. As you recall, right near the end of the first half, he was tackled from behind and sat out the remaining seconds of the first half. Looks like Argolo is in position to take the set piece. The box is loaded with Buffalo, who shoot it short, and it is struck well by Daniel Gios, but that was a rising ball from the beginning, and it rose just above the crossbars, setting up a Tropics goal kick. It's a good play, well thought out. The wind coming out of the south, that ball was set to rise. We have a Tropics player down on the field. He's being helped up, being assisted to the sideline, walking off gingerly. We are at the 90-minute mark right now. Crowd appreciates his efforts on the field tonight. That is Victor Rojas, who scored, I believe, scored 2 of those 4 goals that Lakeland is sitting on. Ball is put into play. Headed back by Gios to the feet of Pereira. Looks for an open player, intercepted by the Tropics. Argolo quickly fends off a Tropics attack, setting up Tropics throw in. Throw-in's just outside the 18. Erickson Alves comes in to shield that ball. Puts a Tropics player squarely on the ground. Referees says no foul, play on. DeMello takes it up left side. Tropics player just boots it to the north side of the field. It's quickly absorbed by Tim McGlynn. Now the Tropics are in an attacking position again, but DeMello quickly comes in and sweeps that ball right out of the box, right off the feet of the attacking Tropics. Fans are screaming for a corner kick, but obviously that's not happening. Villages throw in, and there is the 3 whistles that wrap up tonight's game as the Lakeland Tropics at their home opener in their inaugural PDL season take home their first win of the season after losing to Miami last week. The Villages will look to the IMG Academy in Bradenton for their first win, which will be next Wednesday in Bradenton. Well, I will be signing off here in Lakeland here at Bryant Stadium in what was a great game, ending up with a score of 4-3, the Lakeland on top of your Villages SC. I am Randy, and it's been a great evening of soccer. And we will talk to you in a few days as we take on the IMG Academy down in Bradenton.